Hey everyone, I'm Adrienne. Welcome to class. In this short practice, we'll be working through some gentle movements to open up the body and to increase our flexibility. This practice is a great complement to your other workouts, to your fiery flow practice. If you've been working through an injury or illness, this is a great class for you. For props, I encourage you to bring a bolster if you have one or a fluffy pillow. If you don't have any props, that's okay. They are not required for this practice. I'm so excited to share this one with you. So if you're listening to the playlist, it's pretty chill, and it's called Recover. Let's go ahead and start the playlist now. I will meet you in child's pose. So on your mat, take your knees as wide as you'd like. Maybe the big toes come together. Extend the reach of your arms and just take a few breaths to notice how you feel today. Notice the feedback that your body is giving you. Any sensations that are coming up. Using your breath to drop into the present moment, to arrive on your mat fully present. These next 30 minutes or so is your time to take care of yourself. So just let go of anything outside of this mat. Just begin to slow things down. Slowing down your breath, slowing down your thoughts. Giving yourself this time to turn inward. Checking in with how you're feeling physically and mentally as we move through this short practice. This is your time to set an intention. Or offering up your practice. Holding that intention close to your heart, let's take a few breaths together. Inhale through the nose, pause at the top, and exhale the breath all the way out. Taking another breath through the nose. And as you exhale, just feel your body settle into the mat. We'll do that one more time. Full deep breath in. Exhale to empty. Take your time as you make your way into tabletop pose, moving through a few gentle rounds of cat-cow, lifting the tailbone as you lift the chest. Exhaled around the spine. So take just a few on your own. I encourage you to close your eyes. In addition to the forward and back movement of the spine, maybe you slide your hips to the right and left. So not only are we opening up the front and back of the spine, we're opening up right to left. Keep grounding into your palms. Bring the shoulders over the wrists. On the inhale, reach the right arm to the sky. And on your exhale, reach the right arm underneath the left. We'll do this a few times. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to reach to the left. Once more, lift the right arm. And this time, reach, dropping the right shoulder, the right cheek to the mat. Thread the needle is a great pose to get into the mid-back, the thoracic spine. Maybe taking a half bind with the left arm. You might begin to turn the gaze up. Just notice how this twist feels in your body. If you're in the half bind, bring the palm back to the mat, reaching the right arm all the way up. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. Left arm reaches to the right. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to reach. Once more, lift up. Thread the needle, left arm reaches to the right. Keeping your hips over the knees. Finding space through the thoracic spine. Keep tuning into your breath. Lowering the right hand down, left arm reaches up to the sky. Left hand back to the mat, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. So if you have a lot of tension or tightness in your low back or hamstrings, bend your knees a lot. I encourage you, if it feels good, to add movement by cycling out the legs as you relax the head between the arms. Taking your gaze back. Kick the heels out a little bit wider and just feel the length through the entire backside of the body. Stay strong in the arms. Right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. Drop the back knee. You can stay up on your palms, or if you know you want to go a little bit deeper, you can lower onto your forearms and take this into lizard pose. You've got the option to roll to the knife edge of the right foot and open your right knee. As you move through these postures, notice the feedback that your body is giving you. What feels good today? You might take this into a twist. Right hand to the inside of the right knee. You can even add a quad stretch here. If this is a little too intense, just know that you can plant the left palm, elevate the pose a bit. We've got another 2 breaths. Breathing deep. If you have a hold of your back foot, let it go. Bring your hands back to the mat. Half splits, lengthening your right leg. Pull your hips back. And then reach the heart forward. So you're really active here in this pose. Noticing the sensations. And also noticing how your body responds to the breath. Got another beat. Rebend your front knee, curl the back toes, down dog. Walking your hands to your feet. Bending the right knee, reaching the left arm to the sky, breathe open into the twist. Left shoulder rolling back. Taking another full breath in. Left hand down, right arm up. So you're bending the left knee, reaching up, keeping the spine long. Take another smooth breath. Right hand down, walking the hands to the top of the mat. Stepping your left foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop the right knee. Lizard pose. Forearms can release down to the mat. If movement in any of these postures feel good, I want you to take that option. Maybe adding in a twist. Just remember you can be up on the right palm, straightening the right arm. If you're in the twist, you're rolling the heart open, leaning back just a touch. Hands back to the mat, half splits, lengthening the front leg. Fold in. A lot of sensation already here in this pose for me. Notice how it feels in your body. Two more breaths. Bending your left knee, step back, down dog. In down dog, inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, drop the heels. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. You'll step your right foot between your hands, walking your hands to the left, heels in, toes out. So squat low, hands to your thighs. You're just going to take a little twist right to left, side to side. Dropping your hips, keep the knees open. Today this feels really great on my spine, my low back, even my hips. Take another breath, side to side. Good. Back to center. Star pose, lift up. Skandasana, bending into your left knee, right leg extends. Arms might open up here. Just an option. Flexing your right foot. Left heel can be lifted. We'll move to the other side. Bending into the right knee, left leg long. Arms can open. Breathe. Roll the chest open. Come back through center, forward fold. So all 10 of your toes pointing in front of you, kick your heels out a bit wider. If you're looking for a little more release in the shoulders and chest, you can lace the hands behind the back, and maybe drop the arms overhead. So take the option that works for your body. And then folding yourself in half, bringing the chest and the torso closer to the legs. Two breaths, feel the decompression through the spine. You're strong and rooted through the feet. Release your hands down. Step back into down dog. Take a breath, inhale through the nose. Exhale the breath out. Let's do that twice more. Deep breath in. Exhale the breath out. One more time. Breathing in. Exhale it out. Drop your knees to the mat. Broken toe pose, curl the toes under. Sit back on your heels if you can. We'll reach the arms up on the inhale. Taking the right arm underneath the left. Maybe a little back bend if you feel comfortable, reaching your fingertips up and back. Softening the front of the throat. Release the arms, sweep them up to the sky. Other side, left arm underneath the right. A little lift. the back bend is not feeling good today, you can keep the elbows in line with the shoulders. Release, inhale the arms up. Lace the hands together behind you, straighten the arms, lift the chest. Shoulders away from the ears. Knit the ribs in. You've got another breath. Release, hands down, sit to the right or left of your heels, and we'll take this into double pigeon. So we'll start with the right leg on the bottom, left leg on top. So again, your bolster or props can fill in these gaps in your body if you find that it's a little bit of a struggle today. Start to hinge forward, walking your hands out. Staying present in your practice, so knowing when you can go a little bit deeper, listening to your body and your breath, but also those cues to back off. If it becomes a little too intense or if your breath gets choppy, stay and breathe. Over time, you might find more depth in your pose. Slow breath in and out through the nose. You've got another strong 3 breaths in and out through the nose. Keep relaxing your jaw. Walk yourself back up. We'll switch out the legs. Left leg on the bottom, right leg on top. Do your best to stack your shins. And then walk yourself out. Maybe you only move a few inches today, and that's okay. I encourage you to keep coming back to your practice, coming back to this class, and watch yourself progress. Here and breathe just a couple more strong, deep breaths. Let it be intense. Continue to breathe through the discomfort. Another 3 breaths. Take your time as you come all the way up. You'll stretch out your legs, maybe rocking them in and out a few times. Sitting tall on the mat. Let's reach the arms up to the sky. Hinge from the hips, forward fold. Reaching for your feet. Feeling a stretch not only in your hamstrings, but also your low back. Dropping your hands and forearms, lift the spine a touch. Really flex the feet, so pull the toes in towards the face, especially the pinky toe edges of the feet. Just feel how that changes the entire pose. And then point your toes away from the body. Feel the stretch now through the tops of the feet, the shins. Take that again, flex the feet, pull them back, getting a nice stretch through the calves and the Achilles. And then point your toes. Let's do that one more time. Flex your feet, stretch out your toes. the intensity of the pose, and then point. Tops of the feet, the ankles getting a nice stretch. Come all the way up. Moving into frog pose. You can roll up the edges of your mat for a little more support. You can even place a bolster underneath your chest. So taking your knees wide, flex your feet. You can stay up on your palms or lower down to the forearms like I'm doing today. If it's comfortable in your body, you can kick the feet out a little bit wider, but keep the feet flexed. Isometrically drawing your hips back, stretching into the inner thighs, the inner hips. A very intense pose, so I encourage you to keep the breath really strong. Notice what's coming up for you today. Sitting with those feelings. Let any thoughts that come up pass you by without clinging on to them. Drop your head and just relax into it. Breathe. You've got another 5 breaths here. Easing yourself out of the stretch, finding your way into a tall seat, extending your legs open wide into a V for a seated straddle fold. So flex your toes, hands out in front of you, slowly begin to fold in, keeping your feet flexed, rolling your inner thighs open. How's the breath? Walk your hands in, then walk your hands over to the right. Folding over the right leg. Just let yourself surrender. Notice if you're fighting the stretch. Instead of resisting to the opening, just dive in. Open to these movements, this change in our body and in our mindset today. We'll stay low and walk your hands over to the left, folding over the left leg. Two more breaths. Carefully walk yourself back through center. Bring your legs around, finding your way to your back. Hugging your knees into your chest, a little rock from side to side. Happy baby, bend your knees, reach for your feet. It's your choice if you'd like to add movement or be still. If you're in stillness, you can press the back rim of your pelvis to the mat, finding some decompression through the low spine as you kick into your grip. Counter that action with a gentle pull down with your arms. Breathe, just take your time in this pose. There's nothing to rush into or out of. Release the left foot down, extend the right leg to the sky, placing your hands behind the leg for a hamstring stretch. More intensity, lengthen the left leg long on your mat. Find a gentle tug on the right leg as you bring it closer to your body. Maybe today it's a little more comfortable to bend your right knee. Do your best to flex the right foot to take the stretch up into the calf and the Achilles tendon. Stretching the hamstrings, which can help alleviate stress on the low back. They are all connected, your muscles, connective tissue. Make this a whole body experience. Taking another breath or so, maybe you lift the head. With control, release the right leg. If you can, just let it float all the way down to the mat. Before you move into the other side, just notice the length on the right side. Maybe you're feeling a couple inches longer. We'll look to balance that out by bringing the left knee to the chest, finding the hamstring stretch here on the left side. Flex your foot. Hug it in, just noticing the difference between the sides of the body, where you're more open, where you've got a little more strength. Just a couple deep breaths here. Nourishing the hamstrings, the low back. Maybe you lift the head, coming a little bit deeper into the stretch. Release left leg long. Hopefully you're feeling balanced. Right to left. Knees into the chest. We'll open the knees wide. Bound angle pose, feet together. Hands can rest on your inner thighs. Finding your curvature of the spine. And then taking your right knee over to the left into a twist. Right arm can extend. Breathe into the chest, the side body. Back through center, open the right knee to the right. And we'll take the left leg on top, left arm extends into your twist. Come back through center. For the last few moments of class, find a comfortable resting shape. So that might be Shavasana. Maybe you grab your bolster and set up supported fish pose. So if you're using your bolster or pillow, bring it to your low back and lie your body over your prop. Allow your shoulders to hang off the edges. Relax your arms. Take your legs wherever they're most comfortable. If you're practicing supported fish, I love this pose because it adds a little bit of a back bend, allowing you to take some deeper breaths into the front side of the body. Imagine your lungs are holding your heart. Visualize the entire body softening. Give yourself the space and time, if you need it today, in this blissful Shavasana. Thank you for moving with me today. These movements will heal and nourish your body from the inside out. I hope you're feeling open and balanced. And until next time, namaste.